like we have a situation that has arisen that is very familiar. If you watched the Las Vegas Grand Prix last season, we got manhole covers causing some issues. So that's all good. They'll get it fixed, huh? Ferrari probably have PTSD because of that. But mainly, we're going to talk about Christian Horner and his situation right now ongoing with Red Bull. I've seen a lot of posts. What's up, Just Sean? I've seen a lot of posts about the situation, and it looks that it may be possible that Christian Horner is going to find himself in a situation where he may be headed to the treehouse. Christian Horner may be headed to the treehouse, y'all. On some real. What's going on, Mary Beanie? What's up, Tori, Galactus, YRE? He's done some things. Supposedly he wasn't seen around. And what's up, DG Big Blue, Big Navy? Hoorah. He wasn't seen around, and now people may be speculating that Christian Horner may be gone. I did also see a report, whether how true it is or how valid it is, that candidate what's going on, that they may be looking for a replacement. So this situation with Christian Horner may have landed him not in the hornet's nest, but may have put him out into the treehouse somewhere. And if you go out to the treehouse, all types of things are said and done, and who knows what kind of reports are going to come out about Christian Horner in regards to this situation. And furthermore, when the situation hits the courts, everything has to come out. If it goes to a legal litigation, everything is coming out. Everything that they can find is coming out. And that news will be public. Those findings will be public. The things that he may have or may have not done, or what he's being accused of, will have to be public. And people are going to report on said things as this because of where he is, what he does, and they're not going to give him any leeway because of his character and the character within Red Bull. A lot of people are just tired of it. And this is going to be one situation where people say, hey, you know what? You got away with 2021. You got away with the cost cap. You didn't get what you should have got for the cost cap. You've gotten away with other situations. You've gotten away with upteenth amount of petitions that probably shouldn't have been. People are going to be looking, especially if he's found guilty, people are going to be looking for him to not only be sacked, hefty fines. I don't know if it leads to jail time, what he may or may have not done, but people are going to be looking for all of those transgressions to be pinned on him, because a lot of people are tired of seeing Red Bull get away with a lot of things. But what I really want to talk about is Alex Albon. It's also been reported that Red Bull has approached him with a potential contract deal. And I will say this before I get into that. I can't blame Alex for the consideration if the move and everything is legitimate. Just as we heard many speculations and what were probably rumors, but now we know maybe not rumors then, Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari, and now it's happening. I can't blame Alex if he wants to try to get in a competitive car with a team he's already been in before, at his hopes and his dreams of winning a driver's championship title. But Alex, come on, man. You have to know, being a driver, going into Red Bull, that's not going to be your potential. It's not going to be your potential. That team heavily favors Max Verstappen for whatever their reasons are, and reasons that we can see. They are not going to favor you. You're not walking into a situation where you can say, yo, I'm on equal footing. We've already seen you do a podcast and talk about how I'm not going to say unfairly, but how damn unequal the car is being built your way than it's going to be built Max's way. You talked about this. Why would you go back into the situation? Nothing has changed at Red Bull. Nothing has changed there. If anything, it may have gotten worse. The mechanic, peace, and more peace. What's going on, mechanic? Big shout out to you, bro. And I'm going to say this. It's just like doing the same thing and expecting a different result is insanity. It's also like people who do things to other people, then when they get found out, they just joking. Or people that do things to other people, and then when they get told up, they want to go tell the police. You can't push somebody. They push you back. Now you want to go and tell the cops. You know, it's just insanity. It's crazy. It's lunacy. It's not respectable. It's not of integrity. It's not of character. It looks lame. Why would you go back and give them a second chance to screw you over? Because that's not a really a good situation for you. And I also believe this. Does Christian Horner make a situation where it's addition by subtraction? If Christian Horner is gone, does Alex consider that maybe things could be different? Christian's not there. They just went through something where maybe they're going to really try and change the culture of Red Bull. They're really going to try to get into it and make sure that drivers are treated equally, that the development of the car implements what we say or how we feel. That is Max Verstappen all the way. And I can't blame them for doing that just in the dynamic alone. Just in the dynamic alone, your number one driver, your most successful driver, has a bigger percentage of input that will be taken in than you likely will. So nothing, I believe, has changed with that. We already also know that Max's relationship with Helmut Darko Warko is better than what it is with Christian. So I don't think Christian equals addition by subtraction. I think he just subtracts. Red Bull's culture with Max Verstappen and any other driver that's in the number 2 Red Bull car is going to be the same. It's going to be the same. And I think that's something that Alex Albon needs to consider. Christian Horner leaving and or being kicked out, if it happens, it's not to say it's going to happen yet. It looks like it's possible. I still don't think that changes anything for Alex. The good Alex Albon. I still don't think anything changes for Alex Albon, which I'm pretty sure Alex has integrity. When he says he's going to do something, he does it. And I don't think anything changes. And I think that Alex going in there with good intent, because if you have good intent, you're transparent about the things that you're going to say or do to a person's face. And Alex seems like a pretty stand-up guy. Like, he's going to talk to you in your face and tell you what's going on, not do it behind closed doors, because he doesn't come off that way. But he might have his moments. But Alex seems like a stand-up dude. And I think it does mean something when you're in a team where the environment there for you is toxic for you. All environments are not toxic for all different people. Some people thrive in environments where what we would say is toxic, it's perfectly fine for them. Brackish water fish, they trend the line. Saltwater fish, not going to do so good in freshwater. Freshwater fish, not going to do good in saltwater. Brackish water fish, they can hang out in the middle, kind of go back and forth in between. Freshwater fish are going to find saltwater toxic. Saltwater fish are going to find freshwater toxic. So it's all about your personality, your character, and what helps you vibe the best. Even if the car is awesome and you're an awesome driver, things that impact you mentally will translate into physical performance and or how you feel and see and perceive things. So I think it's a much better situation for him at Williams. Not to mention, does Alex have pressure at Williams? Yes, he has pressure at Williams. He performed wonderfully last season in comparison to what they've had in this stint. People, myself included, are going to be looking for him to make another step forward, as well as the team making another step forward to give them a car that can compete. We're going to be looking for that. We're going to hopefully see that Alex is able to step it up and take Williams into more points, higher positions and finishing. We're looking to see what Logan Sargeant's going to do. So yeah, he got some pressure, but he doesn't have the pressure that he would even have being the number 2 driver at Red Bull. On top of the unequal situation as far as car development, on top of you already driving with Max Verstappen and know what you're going to be facing when it comes to him, on top of all the spectators that are going to be like, yo, Perez did this. What are you going to do in that RB20? It's almost like you're going to start at a deficit. You're going to start with a little bit of deficit in your meter. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't. I think you stay with Williams or wait till something else opens up. Maybe with Mercedes, a team that has been shown to at least give their drivers equal footing through the seasons. Maybe even Aston Martin if Alonso's going to depart from there. I think that is a better situation for him. I honestly do. What he chooses to do, I can understand if he tries to go there, because maybe a driver is so headstrong on, I can go in there and I can perform and I'm going to change the way they're going to do things. I'm going to force them by performance and merit to give me the opportunity that I wish and think I deserve. Bro, you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I don't think nothing's going to change. I think it says something for a driver to be in a very productive and encouraging situation like you are at Williams with a team principal who showed us by actions that although I know my driver's under heavy fire from his underperforming performances for running up the cost cap, I'm not going to out him in such a way that will put him in a downward negative spiral. I'm going to let you all know we gave him some targets. The mechanic ready for Checo conspiracy theories because that Red Bull was suspect today. Man, at some point in time, mechanic, we might have to say they ain't even conspiracy theories, man. We might have to be saying that this is a legitimate thing with Red Bull and whoever's in that second car. I'm a firm believer that if something consistently happens, it's not so coincidence and it probably is a constant. And Red Bull doing what they may be seeming to be doing may be exactly what they're actually doing. So I think at that point in time, we really got to look at the situation and say, why does this keep happening? We heard Alex talk about this, the characteristics in the team and with the car that kept him from really performing at his best because it just wasn't in his driving style. And they really didn't care. We saw how Checo was doing good when Max didn't like the car and Checo did like the car. They changed the car. Checo started doing worse. Max started improving. Why didn't they split that up? Alex doesn't change that. He's not the type of guy to walk in and change that. His personality doesn't tell me that he can change that. Awesome at communication. Awesome at trying to give feedback. Awesome at trying to help other drivers get along and get decrease the power curve, the exponential learning curve. Awesome at that, but not awesome at bucking up and saying, yo, what the is going on in here? What are you doing? Alex is going to leave it to his management, and his management is going to come to him with a deal. And if that deal says the yellow and red flag saved the Mercedes car from GOAT, he was about to drive the hell out of it. Man, it just seemed like every time mechanic, he was getting ready to do something. Now, it was on his own fault that one time where he kind of lost. He didn't lose the rear because Lewis is awesome at controlling something that's out of control. A lot of these drivers are, but we've seen some times where he power slides and that rear end's just working his way around, and it's masterful what Lewis does in those chaotic situations. But we will be looking tomorrow to see what's going on, because you all know day 3 is the day where it is time to get it in for real. So we're going to be on deck for that, especially the second session. Yeah, we're going to be on deck for that. But as I was saying, I just think it's something that Alex should really consider, weigh his options. Don't make any rash decisions. Look at the driver market. There's some movement. I can't say a lot of movement because it's only 20 drivers. So it's not like the NFL. It's definitely like MLB. Major League Baseball is ridiculous with the movement of players within that. It is crazy. If you ever get an opportunity, just look at the waiver wire when it comes to Major League Baseball. It is wild how many moves and players are in and out of teams. It's crazy. It's crazy. My boy played Major League Baseball for the Rangers, And he told me, I was like, man, bro, that's wild to see that. He's like, man, and you ain't talking about the farm teams. You just talking about the majors. It's crazy. So I definitely think he should chill out and look at that, because there's going to be some movement, and you never know what team might be looking to say, you know what? Yo, he did a pretty phenomenal job in the Williams. I know it's a Williams, but what he did at Williams in that season, that was commendable. And he's got good personality, good character, not making any waves, put his head down, work. We might need that in a better performing car. We might need to get rid of this driver and pick him up. He's young. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what he decides. We'll even see what his options are, because it's not even totally cemented on what his options really are right now. And things are going to change in 2025. And it's crazy that we're talking about the next season already this early in a season that hasn't even really begun officially with the first race. That just tells you how much stuff is going on and is about to just explode going into 2026. I think Formula One could look percentagely definitely different come 2026. It's just I'm just in awe of how much may change in 2026 and even 2025. There's going to be big changes when they actually take place with Lewis, and where other drivers are going to go and where's Carlos going to end up. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. This season is going to be wild. I think this season is going to be a good season. I think this season's going to be good. I don't know how much Red Bull's going to run away with it, or if they even really do run away with it. But even if they do, there's still, I believe, going to be a lot of things going on where we're going to be like, damn. So I think it's going to be something good. I think it's going to be something good. But Alex, I think you should chill. I don't think you should go to Red Bull. I don't think that's the best move for you. But then again, I can't really say what's the best for you, because you got to feed, you got to get your money, you got to try to get your opportunities when you can. You got a window, and you never know what is unless you do it. But I just feel Red Bull isn't where Alex should be. But hey, they know better than I know. And of course, we could see it, and we'll see what happens if it actually does happen. So we're going to be here. Day 3 is coming. Waiting to see what I'm waiting to see a closer representation of what we're going to see in the following week coming into the GP. We can't even fully vest in tomorrow and know, like, yo, that's what it is. There's still going to be some things that are going to be figured out and tinkered with and rearranged, and there's still going to be quite a bit of changes, bits on the cars that are going to happen before the first race. And then even after the first 2 races, things are going to drastically change with those cars, because there's nothing about like performance and data in actual real-time race situations, not scenarios, situations. So all of that's going to be cool these first 5 races to me. I don't know what you think, but I think it's going to be cool. So big shout out to the fam. Join me here tomorrow. Join us Sunday live for the racing event, the final race, race 10, round 10 for Wolfpack Performance Racing Grudge Racing Series. Big shout out to the fam over there. I got some things I'm going to show you all tomorrow on tomorrow's live for the day 3 of the testing. Big shout out to the fam, Delta Zero Productions. Big shout out to the fam, Wolfpack Performance. Big shout out to all the solid and real ones in the fam. And guess what? Don't let them haters bring you down. FLQ, what's going on, Brody? What's up, bro? Wish you the best too, bro. What's happening? FLQ showing back up in this thing. Family's we getting back started. We kicking back on Branch. You know what I'm saying? We lost some dead weight. We lost some of that. We shook some ticks off. Now we getting on with the big dogs. That's what I'm talking about. So big shout out to you all. Wolfpack out. Peace.